Alrighty, we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome back to our live stream, and welcome to my round 9 annual team list. So yeah, before we start the stream, be sure to smash the button, comment down below, and please subscribe. Let's get started. And of course, lads, in this stream, I'll be running you through the whole round 9 team list, Magic Round, and obviously, yeah, this is Magic Round, obviously, and yeah. So this is going to be a fun stream. I expect this stream to go like 15 to like 17 minutes long, and let's don't say the ins and outs. So yeah, we'll probably 8 to 10 minutes. Who knows? So yeah. I'm going to say it again before we start the stream. Be sure to smash the button, comment down below, and please subscribe. Let's get started. Alrighty, so the first game, obviously, it's the Colonel Southern Sharks versus Palmolive Eels. Okay, so let's get into it, eh? Alrighty, minute 15, Leah, let's get started. Okay, Sharks lineup. I'm going to do Sharks lineup as follows, and then Exodo since their home team, basically. Okay, so fullback, Will Kennedy. On wings are Sam Stonestreet and Ronaldo Montalvo. Centres are Jesse Ramin and Carl Ewo. They have supplied in Chunjo and Nico Hines. Front row is Adam from All Blake and Orkin Kafusi. Hookers Blake Braley. The second one is Buddy Nicol and Billy Burns. Lock and captain Cam McInnes. Then their bench, Daniel Atkinson, Susi Patalakai, Brendan Haminueli and Tom Hazelton. Reserves are Jaden Beryl, Takoha Tapoha, Jesse Cullen, and Hotboy Peru, and the coach is Greg Fitzgibbon. Now the Eels lineup as follows: fullback Asai Aongi, on the wings are Bailey Simonson and Fox Shoshalaka. Their centres are Will Pennicini and Sean Russell. Their halves are Dylan Brown and Captain Mitch Moses. Their front rowers are Chuck Williams and Juno Palo. Hookers Riley Smith. Their second rowers is Charlie Geimer and Kidioni Kautonga. Lock is Jermaine Hopgood. And then on the bench, Dylan Walker, Luka Mawati, Matu, and Sam Tuivati. And the reserves are Wayne Madison, Joas Papali, Dean Hawkins, Bryce Cartwright on reserves. So look out for Bryce Cartwright. He's on reserves. And Jordan Samwani, and your coach is Justin Wiles. So yeah. Now moving on to the next game. Sydney Roosters and the Dolphins. I'll go for the Roosters lineups since the home team basically. Well, yeah. Okay, so fullback and captain James Tedesco. On wings are Daniel Tupou and Mark Noel Konuwaze. Their centres are Billy Smith and Wapitoya. Their halves are Senan Smith and Hugo Salvala. Their front rowers are Spencer Lenu and Nafar White. Hookers Connor Watson. The second row is Angus Crichton and Siwa Wong. Lock is Victor Wally. Interchange bench, Sak Toka Clay, Salesi Fodketi, Plex T. Benny Gimbucha. Now reserves are Ethan King, Taylor Lowe's Salus. Sorry, I pronounced one name wrong, which I did. Chad Townsend, Dominic Young, and Makias Makado, and the coach is Ryan Robertson. Now the Dolphins lineup as follows: fullback Hemister W. Fudo, on wings are Jermaine Sako and Jack Bostock. The centers are Jake Owilla and Hobie Farnworth. The halves are Cody Nikamima and halfback Isaiah Katoa. Gee, how good is Isaiah Katoa been for the Dolphins? Don't be surprised if he makes his debut for the Blues. So yeah. Okay, moving on. Their followers are Felice Kafusi and Francis Marlowe. Hooker Chemi Marsha King. The second one is a Kaluka for Finiaki and Captain Dom Gilbert. A lock is Mark Nichols, the GOAT. Let's go. Their interchange bench, go Tony Hugh. Go now on the bench, go Tony Hugh, White Stone, Konono Lamilolu, Lemu Lelu, and Josh Kerr. And then reserves are Kenny Bromwich, Sean O'Sullivan, Owen Keeley, Harrison Graham, and Max Fina, and the coach is Christian Wolf. But yeah, now moving on from that game to this game now. Okay, so the Rabbitohs lineup as follows. Fullback Jay Gray, on the wings are Bailey Bentley Harpe, and I said Tuss. Their centres are Ewan Aiken and Cameron Graham. Their halves are Chuck White and captain, and Jaden Bart Sullivan. And then, wow, I'm surprised Chuck Baden returned 5/8. Interesting. And their front rowers are Sean Kepi and Davida Dutola, Lucas Peter Mamizelos. The second was Keon Kolomatangi and Dallas Duncan, Lockie Chayaro. On the bench, Liam LeBlanc, Lachlan Hapner, David Mawali and Fletcher Mize on the bench, and on the reserves are Thomas Fletcher, Lewis George, Josh Schuster. Josh Schuster's on the reserves, so look out for him and come make his Rabbitohs debut. So, yeah. Okay, so Celeste Artata and Nazareth Tau. So, yeah, and the coach is Wayne Bennett. Okay, like I mentioned before, so yeah. Okay, now in the Knights lineup as follows: fullback and captain Kenny Ponga, on the wings are James Sheila and Greg Marshu. The centres are Dan Gagai and Brahman Best. Their halves are Fletcher Sharp and Chuck Cogger. They keep changing the halves, the Knights. And they need to sign a good halfback. They need to go on the market and sign a good halfback. So yeah, I'm just saying. Okay, now the forwards are Jacob Sofidi and Leo Thompson. Hookers Phoenix Crossland. Jacob Sofidi is back by the looks of it. So yeah, I just said his name. So yeah, I might not allowed to can't see it. Okay, obviously I'll tell you it anyway, which I am. Okay, now the second one is Dylan Lucas and KP Spall. Locke is Jason Mazzell. On the bench, Jaden Brady, Matt Koika, Adam Elliott, and Bodie Jones. And then the reserves are Thomas Kaint, Tyson Campbell, Kyle McCarthy, Matt Arthur, and Taryn Thompson. The coach is Adam O'Brien. Now, moving on from that game to this game now, it says the Waz and the Cowboys. Alrighty. So now the Waz lineup as follows: fullback Chance Nigger Clockstad, on wings are Tantoi Picky and Adam Pompey. The centers are Walker Bowie and Ali Lautaya. And then the halves are Shana Hostavida and Luke Metcalf. The front rows are Marwad and Nikoi, interesting, and Captain Mitch Barnett, Hawkers Wade Egan. The second was a Kurt Capon and Leka Alasima. Lock is Owen Clark. On the bench, Timo Martin, Jackson Ford, Chemechik Varmanga, and Pantiofawa. And the reserves are Tennis Towers Smith, Sam Healy, Tanner Boyd, Eddie Aimaya Tobova, and Ed Corsi, and the coach is Andrew Webster. Now the Cowboys lineup as follows: fullback Scott Drinkwater, on the wings are Wobby Dobie, Maui Talangi. The centres are Jackson Purdue and Benemi Valia. The halves, Captain Tom Deedon and Jake Clifford. The front rows are Jordan McLean and Jason Jamalalo. Hookers Rich Robson. The second rows are John Bateman and Gemini Nanai. Lock is Ruben Cotter. Then on the bench, Sam McIntyre, Housen Edwards, Griffin Neiman, Cohen Hess. The reserves are Zach Labour, Carl Lawton, Kyle Donald, Caden Lies. Sorry, I pronounced it wrong, which I did. And Thomas McKelly and coach is Todd Payton. Now the next game, I must start 4 more games. So yeah. Now the next game is the Tigers versus the Dragons. Okay, so now the Tigers lineup as follows: fullback Jordan Baller, on the wings are Sonny Chihuahua and Brent Nade in there. Their centres are Adam Dewey and Staffy Toa. Their halves are Lachlan Calvin and Captain Joanne Loy. The Funwalls are Tawa May. He's been killing it at prop for the Tigers. And Funo Pole. Hookers Happy Sayo Kowasau. Now their second ones are Salamano Fainu and Alexei Fath. Lock is Alex Stroll. On the bench, Dallinger Silva, Royce Hunt, Jack Bird, and Sianu Finau. And then their reserves are Tony Saga, Heath Mason, Kit Laili'i, Salamano Fatapa, and Twistin Hope. Coach is Benji Marshall. Okay, now the Dragons lineup as follows: fullback and captain Glenn Gutherson. On the wings are Tower Sloan and Corey Allen is making his Dragons debut for Shane Flanagan. So yeah, keen to see him back playing. In the now the centres are Moses Shirley and Val Holmes. Lucas Kyle Flanagan and Nathan King Tonga. Lachlan Elias has been dropped. Righty, so now their front rowers are Toby Couchman and David Clemmer. Hookers Damien Cook. Their second ones are Dylan Egan and Jaden Sawa. Lock is Hamish Stewart. Good on Hamish Stewart. Good on him. It's playing lock. And then on the bench, Shake Bliddle, Chuck DeBellin, Emil Gula, and Luciano Lailoa. Now on the reserves are Loko Pacifici Tonga. He used to go to my Pilgrims High School. Loko Pacifici Tonga. Nathan Lawson is on the reserve, so look out for him. Blake Lowe, Lachlan Ellis, and Wayman Fatalaman, and coaches doesn't say Shane Flanagan. So yeah, okay, so moving on this game now. Okay, so now the Titans lineup as follows: fullback Jalen Good, on the wings Alifia Campuera and Jojo Fafida. The centres are Brian Kelly and Philip Sami. Their halves are AJ Prince and Tom Weaver. Their front rowers are Murray Fodawaker and Wigging and McGillard, Hooker, Sam Bellows. Their second ones are Chris Randall, both for more. Lock and captain Tino Fasimuali. And then on the bench, Chris Haas, Isaac Fasimuali, Awuma Howe, and Josiah Palu, my bad lads. And on the reserves are Tony Francis, David Fafita has been dropped to the reserves, Jacob Alec, Tuki Simpkins, and Alan Fitzgibbon, and coaches Jess Hassler. Now the Dogs lineup as follows: fullback Connor Tracy, on wings are Jacob Kiwas and Marcelo Montoya. Their centres are Pontin Cherry and Captain Stephen Crichton. Their halves are Bailey Hayward. He's replacing suspended Matt Burton and Toby Sexton. And then their front rows are Max King and Dennis Silica Fafita. Hookers Reed Marnie. And the second rows are William McKicker and Jacob Weston. Lock is Jermaine Sermon. On the bench, Kurt Mann, Howie Hayes, Curtis Moen, and Blake Tuff. And then reserves are Lupri Hopboy, Blake Wilson, Jake Durpin, Luke Smith, and Drew Hutchison, and the coaches Cameron Suardo. Now moving on from that game to this game now. It's Penrith Panthers v the Brisbane Broncos. Okay, so now the Panthers lineup as follows: fullback Dylan Edwards, on the wings are Paul Adamori and John Jenkins. The centers are Isaac Tanga and Luke Garner's in the centers again. Like I don't get, yeah. But anyway, I'm not coach, so yeah. Luke Garner in the centers is interesting though. Their halves are Blaze Talangi and Captain Nathan Cleary. Their front rowers are Moses Leota and Liam Manuel. I'm about to say James Fisher-Howard's run through the wires. We all know that. And hookers Luke Summerton. The second one is Scott Sorensen. He escaped suspension, of course, though. Penrith, of course, he's kept suspension. I so probably he could replace him. And yeah, okay, Liam Martin and Asayo, and then the bench, Trent Chillow, Asayo Babaliti, Ninja Smith and Marvin Gaia. But yeah, And then the Wizards are Danelai, Nolan Party, Casey McLean has been dropped, Billy Scott and charcoal. Okay, put Nolan Party on the bench and Papali'i starting row. And yeah, I don't know, but anyway, he kept suspension somehow. I don't know how, but he did. So yeah, now the Broncos line up as follows: fullback Shannon Cobo, on wings are Teen Mariner and Jesse Arthurs. The centres are Katuni Stark and Gemma Chibisagi. The halves are Ben Hunt and Captain Adam Reynolds. The front rowers are Pat Cowgan and Payne Hurst. Of course, Billy Walters, and then the second one is Xavier Willison, John Wiki, lock is Kobe Hamilton, the bench Corey Pakes, Corey Jensen, Brendan Bickle, and Jaden Hunt. Then the reserves are Tyson Smoothie, Martin Tapel, Josia Kawapani, Chuck Martin, and Big Ben Dikoa. And the coach is Michael Maguire. Now, I didn't look at the Storm lineup. It'd be interesting. Alrighty. Now, the Storm lineup, our lineup follows fullback Ryan Papenhausen. So I reckon he copped the fine. On the wings, Sawa Falanga. Yes, our young. Yes, he's playing Sualava Falango is playing Suwa Falango and the Xavier coach. Our centres are Gwen Ennis and Nick Meaney. Our captain Cameron Munster and Joam Hughes. Our front rowers are Stefano Duikamanu and Josh King. Our hookers Ponson Garlic. Now, our second one is Sean Brawl and Eli Katoa. Lock is John Leo. Now, our bench, Tawan Wishy, Alec McDonald. I'm a fan of him. Obviously, I'm a Storm fan, and I'm a fan of Alec McDonald. So, yeah, I'm a fan of his work. Troika McMeetha and Joey Chen. Our reserves are Ati Valu Lisati, Nazriz Valepu, Kane Bradley, played decent against the Finns game back in round 7. Kenny Wasper-Smith and Nelson Vassanamana, and our coach Greg Benamy. So yeah, now the Raiders lineup as follows: fullback Kyle Weeks, on wings are Sablio Tamala and Xavier Savage. Their centers are Matt Timiko and Seb Chris. Their halves are Ethan Shane and Jamal Fodegy. Their front rowers are Corey Horsburgh and Captain Joseph Tappenny. Hookers Tom Starling. Their second row is Hudson Young and Martin Nicholson. Lock is Morgan Smithies. And then on the bench, Owen Party, Zach Hosking, Josh Papali'i, and Nata Mariota. Reserves are Simi Sazangi, Manoa Waitia. Yes, I know, lads. You don't need to correct me, and I got the name wrong. My bad. Pasumi Solo, Try Mooney, and then Levi, and then the coach's wiki story. And whoever's the bye this week, Manly Warring a Sieg was at the bye. So yeah, guys, that's who's playing this week for each side. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you like this stream. So yeah, guys, that's about it. Be sure to smash the button, comment down below, and be subscribing to our space. Oh yeah, and see you guys tonight at 7 p.m. for my Super League tips. And yes, my annual tipping video will be up tonight. So yeah. Initialize peace. See you guys 7 p.m. tonight. So yeah, peace.